The topic of our next press briefing is the first legal festival in Ukraine, Ukrainian Legal Fest. I would like to invite Olena Oliynyk, head of the Ukrainian Integration movement Believe in Ukraine, and Solovyov, curator of the festival. Good afternoon. Today we have brought a good news to you to announce the very useful event, first in Ukraine, Ukrainian Legal Fest, which we organize on the 4th of July in St. Sophia Square. What is Ukrainian Legal Fest? I call it the opportunities event. This is the opportunity for every citizen to get free of charge legal aid, to ask any lawyer, good specialist the question, and also the opportunity for law firms, for notary and lawyers, companies to come to present themselves and to provide free legal aid to people. How have we come up with the idea of holding the first legal festival in Ukraine? Analyzing the situation in Ukraine, which is reduction of jobs, reduction of social expenditures, we realized that people need to get the assistance. We need to organize some useful events, and we decided to ask law firms and to suggest that they should come from 10 in the morning till 6 p.m. to present their companies, to talk to people, and to provide free legal aid. Why the 4th of July? The 4th of July, we know, is the day of the independence of the United States of America, who are the first lobbyists of human rights in the world. And that is why we decided to organize the legal festival on the 4th of July. We invited the representatives of the authorities to participate in the festival. The festival will be attended by the Minister of Justice from 1 till 2. He will first make a presentation, and then for 45 minutes he will be answering any questions of the guests of the festival, and this will be happening from 1 till 2 p.m. So anyone can come and ask any question to learn more about reforms and to learn what to expect in the nearest future. We could not but invite the mayor of the city, Vitaly Klitschko. We do hope that Vitaly will join it and will participate in the ceremonial part of it. Also, we invited the ambassador of the USA, Jeffrey Pyatt, who also promised to be there. He himself or his deputy will be representing the embassy of the USA, and we also invited our members of parliament, representative of different factions. They will come and talk openly to people. Our objective was not just to invite the MPs or the ministers so that they go and make speeches for a long time so that they present their activity. Our task was to provide the people with the opportunity to openly talk to the authorities, to the representatives of the parliament, to organize the open dialogue. And so there are 3 days left to the festival, and we invite all law firms, notaries, lawyers, volunteers. The registration is still going on. Please come, please. Let's get together and help people. Why do we call it festival? Why is it the first legal festival? People ask often. We this sorrow has become part of our life, and we decided to do it with the balloons, with music, so that it is a festival, so that people get distracted from their everyday life. And in more detail about the festival, about the program, Denis Solovyov will tell us about that, because he's the curator of that. And again, I would like to repeat that that is the festival of opportunities. It allows the business to mention, to state their responsibility. Every one of you, if you take this information to an elderly lady who has no chance to pay 600 hryvnia for legal assistance, every person will this way help. I am Denis Solovyov. I'm the curator of that event, which is the first time will be happening in Ukraine. What is the festival? It is to enhance the legal education, legal awareness here. If the society does not develop from the inside, the enemy can win, both inside and outside. So our objective is to organize it so that people understand how to defend their rights. We will have 22 events taking place in parallel. The first one will be taking place on the stage. That's an information type event. And the second one, that is where the lawyers will be. This will be a practical part. The lawyers will be providing free legal aid. They will be explaining any issues which are needed. We also invited different NGOs, those who are working on the issues which are of importance for Ukraine. We start from 10, and we invite well-known experts. First, this will be Igor Burakovsky, the representatives of the Helsinki Union in Ukraine. They will be talking about human rights and about social values. Then Radmila Vaitovich will be talking about the democratization, openness of public authorities, how is it better to cooperate with local authorities. Then there will be the representative of RPR, who will be talking about reforms, how they are implemented in Ukraine, and what should the human society be doing to help the authorities implement these reforms. Then we will move towards more festival, to the festival part. To the after we will ceremonially open the festival. Then Minister Petrenko will join us. We give him 15 minutes so that he tells us about the situation in Ukraine, about how the laws are passed, and then the Q&A session with the minister. People will get their question registered, then will come to the rostrum and will be able to ask the questions. Then we invited from every faction the representatives so that they can explain what their understanding of the development of Ukraine is, because they are experts in different sectors. They will speak, and then everyone will get 8 minutes, and after that people will be able to ask any question they want. After we finish with MPs, starting from 3:30, and finishing at 13:30 at 2:30 we'll have the representatives of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine. They will be talking about the state budget, about the implementation of reforms, and about the challenges that we face. Also, it is important they will talk about social policy. After all, our invited ministers say something. Our final stage will be presentation of the law firms. They will come to the stage. They will talk about their activity, what they are doing, how they are doing these things, and they will provide 2 or 3 pieces of advice to people. I also would like to mention that all the lawyers that we invited, they are working in different fields of law. Some of them are working on economic issues, on the issues of justice, so people will have an opportunity to receive very high quality professional assistance. And also I would like to add that the registration is still going on. This is you will see the website address, and then the law firms will join us. Those who want to help, those who want to make their contribution into the development of civil society and into the development of Ukraine. Thank you. Any questions to the participants of the press briefing? No questions? Okay, there is a question. Olena Oliynyk, I have you mentioned that this day people will be able to get free legal aid. If a person has the situation that will require some additional assistance, will it be just primary assistance? Will this company then be consulting this elderly lady, or is it just the free legal aid this day? Yes, this is a very important question. About 20 companies joined us. And these are not simple companies. We were looking at their websites, and practically those people who understand that they are socially responsible, they participate in this event, and on each of the websites there's a section social responsibility, and they have the budget to help people in the future to provide consultative assistance. Many companies say that, well, they just describe the category of people who have right to get privileges. Same way law firms define certain categories, because we understand otherwise everyone will go there and they will not be able to physically do that. But we do hope that most of the companies will be really helping the guests of our festival, and I would like to invite everyone who comes with their problems, the guests of the festival, please take all the documents, the letters from the MPs, some requests sent to the MPs so that the lawyers can help you, so that they can explain how this statement should be, or application should be written. Another question. Is there in your plans to organize similar festivals in the regions? Because I believe that the people who require legal aid, there are many of them in the region, not just in the capital.
Thank you. Very often they ask this, and we of course want to hold this event in every region, and of course first of all in villages. Because at the moment, there is a situation in Ukraine when public organizations win grants for socially important projects, but they do not go to the country. They go to cities where there's a good infrastructure, where they are comfortable, where they will work in comfortable conditions. And I'll raise a curtain for you. We have applied for a grant from the European Commission, a Ukrainian Legal Tour, its name, its title, and it provides for the formation of a group of lawyers who will go to districts and villages, 5-6 villages in every district, and they will talk to villagers and they will provide free legal help and consultations. We would like this festival to successfully start. We want this to become a tradition, and every year lawyers, concerned lawyers, who are not indifferent to the fate of our citizen, come here, and as you understand, this all ends up with the issue of money. We are a young public organization who have gathered only 3 months ago. We are young leaders who assemble in the name of our country, but of course if we get the we don't have money at the moment, but of course if we are supported by the European Commission, then we will go around the country and help people. We hope that the European Commission will support you. Thank you very much, and we will be glad to